Mike Tyson has issued a massive warning to Jake Paul ahead of their highly anticipated clash. Tyson has officially begun his training camp, where he stunned onlookers with blistering hand speed and crushing power.
One more.
The video shows Tyson grinding through an intense training session beside his coach, Rafael Cordero, as they drill pad work and push his stamina to its limits. The footage ends with Tyson delivering a chilling message aimed directly at Paul, sending a wave of dread through viewers. On top of that, Tyson has now released yet another terrifying warning for Paul.
Day 4, it was okay, but you don't know what you got in store, baby. You got to face the God of War. And get ready, baby. Fire in the house.
Meanwhile, during a podcast appearance with Joe Rogan, Mike Tyson discussed an encounter he had with Jake Paul. Tyson recalled crossing paths with Paul, noting that they were essentially in the same space, Tyson on someone's boat, where Paul unexpectedly showed up as well.
Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao was big, but culturally, you versus Jake Paul, like this young YouTuber takes on one of the greatest heavyweight champions that's ever lived.
I love that. Sounds good. Hey, everybody listen. Continue,
Are
please.
you listening to this? If he's willing to do it, you know how crazy it is if he's willing to do it?
I saw Jake Paul. I was in St. Bart's. And I don't know who you... Yeah, I was on somebody's boat, and he was there.
Rogan replied by highlighting how massive a fight between them could be, suggesting the matchup would draw extraordinary attention. In response, Tyson expressed genuine enthusiasm, signaling his readiness by telling Rogan they should move forward with the idea.
All right, put a picture of me
His
and
brother's great
bar.
too. Logan's a
Can you
really
do
nice
that,
guy.
Please?
But my point is, that fight would be gigantic.
Oh,
Because
man.
first of all, everybody would want to see what.
Let's do it, Jakey.
However, Campbell Hatton has voiced concern, suggesting the training clips featuring Mike Tyson may have misled fans into believing Tyson is fully prepared to take on Jake Paul. Hatton argues the footage is being used strategically to justify the fight. He said people are getting carried away because Tyson looks incredibly dangerous in training videos, but fans are justifying the bout solely on his pad work. Hatton emphasized Tyson's age, stressing that even with his fearsome power, enduring rounds and absorbing shots at 57 is a serious challenge. He warned of the negative influence a loss could have on young fans who are captivated by Tyson's training clips. Hatton cautioned that if Jake Paul knocks him out due to Tyson's age and reduced durability, it could mislead young viewers, especially newcomers who discovered boxing through YouTube. On the other hand, Jake Paul has also responded to Tyson's brutal warning. When Tyson asked if he still wanted the fight, Paul quickly answered. He tweeted, Yes, I do." Paul enters the ring against Tyson riding a 3-fight win streak, with his last 2 victories coming against lower-ranked opponents in the professional circuit. In a recent interview, he said, "I can't believe it. It's surreal to me. I'm still trying to process it. When we faced off for the first time, afterward I walked away laughing, thinking, bro, what is going on?" Now that Tyson and Paul have faced off for the fight announcement, fans are wondering when the official press conference will take place. While no formal statements have been released,
Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
No problem. Saturday, July 20th. See you there, buddy.
meanwhile, after learning about the Tyson-Paul matchup, Oscar de la Hoya expressed concern for Tyson's safety against a much younger opponent. The Golden Boy Promotions CEO opposed the idea of Tyson facing someone 3 decades his junior. Oscar said, "I've been preaching from the beginning that Jake Paul can actually do it. He can win a world title, but only if he takes a different route. This route, going up against Mike Tyson, is not the right one for me." He discussed the pros and cons of a Tyson-Paul fight while urging Paul to pursue a more traditional path toward a championship. De La Hoya also acknowledged Tyson's ability to knock out the problem child. He continued, "Mike Tyson's 60 years old. Jake Paul's what, 26 or 27? If Jake Paul wants to take boxing seriously, take the same route every other fighter takes. Tough fights up the rankings, top 10, top 5, world champion, not this route with Tyson." In another interview with ES News, Oscar stressed that Tyson fought elite opponents in his prime. He said, "Tyson still has the punching power. That's the last thing to go until you're in your grave. If he catches Paul clean, it's lights out. Yet Oscar didn't completely dismiss Paul's chances. He added, "But that's if Tyson catches him." Oscar said he studied Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr., and Tyson looked impressive. Tyson, appearing in phenomenal shape ahead of his 2020 exhibition with Jones, has not held back on sharing his thoughts about Paul's rise. As far back as April 2022, he praised the 27-year-old's bold move into boxing. Tyson said, "I love that he jumped into the game. People don't understand that boxing needs that right now. The greatest fighters aren't fighting each other, so boxing needs a guy like this." Reflecting on the moment this week, Jake Paul looked back on his journey. He said, "It's crazy to think that in my second pro fight, I went viral knocking out Nate Robinson on Mike Tyson's undercard. Now, less than 4 years later, I'm stepping up to face Tyson myself to see if I have what it takes to beat one of boxing's most notorious fighters and biggest icons." Tony Jeffries, the former Olympic medalist turned coach, also weighed in with his vast experience.
Mike Tyson's last professional fight was nearly 20 years ago in 2005, although he did have an exhibition fight with Roy Jones Jr. 4 years ago, where Jake Paul, on the other hand, has been having fights regular, keeping active, training as good, if not better, than most professional boxers.
Tony was asked if he had ever imagined a scenario where Mike Tyson, the legendary warrior, tried to assert dominance over a younger fighter. Jeffries responded with thoughtful reflection. Tony said, "He has nothing to prove. If it goes horribly wrong for Mike Tyson, younger generations will remember him as the old boxer who got knocked out by Jake Paul." His thoughts didn't stop at Tyson's legacy. He also addressed what the fight means for Paul. He said, "I'm sorry to say this is possible. The man is a living legend, a boxing icon." Jeffries highlighted the major opportunity this fight presents for Paul. "I think this fight is great for Jake, not Mike," he concluded. Steven Jackson, known for his blunt honesty, recently voiced his worries about the upcoming bout on the All the Smoke podcast. A passionate admirer of Tyson, he reflected on Tyson's difficult past and resilience, saying he didn't want Tyson risking his legacy against Jake Paul. While acknowledging Paul's success, Jackson didn't hide his concern. "If he knocks Mike Tyson out, I'm telling you, somebody's going to wait outside and hurt him for real," he warned, underscoring Tyson's immense respect and the controversy surrounding Paul's challenge. UFC light heavyweight contender Johnny Walker offered a surprisingly positive take. Walker described the fight as a money-driven event, but insisted Tyson deserves it as a boxing icon. Walker said, "I actually think the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight is a very smart marketing fight. Both will make a lot of money. Good for Mike, he deserves it. And I think it will be an exhibition." Former world champion Amir Khan also shared his prediction for the clash between the legendary Mike Tyson and YouTuber Jake Paul. Khan believes Iron Mike will win by early knockout. Amir said, "The fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, wow. No one ever expected a fight like this. Mike Tyson is a legend of the game and not someone you mess around with. Even though he's older and retired for a long time, he's done a few exhibitions." Khan warned that fighting a heavyweight legend could seriously damage Paul. He questioned why Paul would accept such a dangerous challenge. Khan added, "I feel he can really hurt Jake Paul. I don't know what Jake Paul is thinking. He's fighting a heavyweight great. He could get hurt badly." Khan questioned whether the fight is real or just hype, noting that both men announced it simultaneously. He expressed shock, saying he hopes Tyson doesn't seriously injure Paul. According to Khan, "Is it just hype with Mike and Jake posting it at the same time? It's unreal. I hope Mike doesn't hurt him. I like Jake, but Mike is not someone you mess with, especially when you're smaller and lighter." Khan also admitted uncertainty about whether the fight will happen, despite his amazement at the idea. But if it does, he predicts Mike Tyson wins by knockout. He said, "I don't know how this is going to go. Is it really happening? It amazes me. I'm shocked. I've got Mike Tyson winning by knockout. Even in his 50s, he's still dangerous. Someone you don't mess with." So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you never miss our upcoming content.